Good evening and welcome to Pyramid Advisory channel. Today we are going to do the first part of how to pick multi-bagger stocks. Each multi-bagger stocks has got a certain features. So we'll try and explain all those features to you. And once you follow the process and identify a stock, you will know whether the stock is a multi-bagger or not. Okay, now let's go. We'll do some very simple fundamental analysis. See, fundamental analysis you can do for 2 days, 3 days, like various Excel sheets. Finally, it boils down to the points which you're going to cover. If you are satisfied with these points, as a retail investor, you can decide whether to buy or not to buy a stock. Whether the stock can go, multiple times or it's not going to do well. This is enough. We don't need more than this. Too much of analysis is not required for us because it is for people who buy for fund houses, institutions. So they need to write a huge report about stocks. But we'll do it in a very simple manner. Okay. First thing, when you get to know about a stock, when you hear the name of the stock, you should know one thing. First, you should look at the share capital of the company. Share capital means, for example, if you want to start a small company, you need 5 to 10 crores. A large company, 100 crores, 2,000 crores. Something which a promoter invests to set up a company. So let's say you get to hear the name of a company. Okay. Let's say company A. You just hear the name company A. You go and find out the share capital of the company is 100 crores. Then you come across one more company. The share capital of the company is 1,000 crores. Now which company A share capital 100 crores, company B share capital 1,000 crores. Now tell me which stock you will buy. Come on, think. So I've done this. I've done around 37 programs on this, and many retail investors say I'll buy company B, which share capital is 1,000 crores. Now please understand, it is the wrong answer. I'll tell you why. With these two data, you have only these two data. If you have these two data, then you should not buy the company with the capital of 1,000 crores, because any price movement, you have to go back to economics, which is demand and supply. In the case of a 1,000 crore company, the supply is 1,000 crore capital in the market minus the promoter holding. If you take 100 crore capital, the supply is again 100 crore minus promoter holding. If you look at small companies, the promoter generally is very high, 60-70%. Though supply is only 30% or 40%. If you look at a 1,000 crore company, generally the promoter holding does not exceed 30-40%. So the supply in the market is minimum 500 crores. And in this company A, supply in the market is 500 crores of shares. Company B, supply of shares in the market is 30 crores or 40 crores. So a small demand will make the company A price go up very fastly, and you need multiple, you need huge demand to make the large cap company go further. So if you want to identify multi-bagger, first of all, the lesser the equity capital, the better. So we generally prefer capital less than 100 crores. Okay. The second, most important, is reserves. Like, see, a company and individual is no major difference. Okay, individual at 50 years, like if he's got a lot of loans, he'll be in trouble. So in the last, like when an individual is around 50 years of old age, how much assets he has created, how much money he's got. Similarly, if a company is in existence for more than 10-15 years, they must have adequate reserves. If they're making profits, they must have adequate reserves. Because reserves is one which help the company to develop, grow, give you dividends, and helps the company in terms of problems. Because if you have financial backing, you can take care or handle any problems. So the kind of reserves a company has got, you must know. You must just go and file. The next few sessions I'll talk about. I'll go in detail and tell you how to go looking at these numbers from where. So you must know the company equity capital. Then you must know what are the total reserves of the company. Higher the reserve, the better. Next is sales. Okay, what is the total sales of the company? Okay, sales is nothing but an individual salary. You can equate it to an individual salary is equal to your company sales. So what is the sales? Then what is net profit? So a company does 100 crores sales, and if it makes let's say 30 crores net profit, 30%. We have to only look at this. We don't need to look at EBITDA. EBITDA is of no use. How much is salary? How much is take home? That is what is important. What he's got money, how much money he's got net is more important than what he's got gross. Gross is immaterial. It is of no use. So you don't need to look at EBITDA. Just go and look at the net profit. So how much profit they are making. So companies which make a very high sales to net profit ratio are generally more prosperous and grow faster in terms of price, and they are multi-baggers. If the margin is very less, then the company a company can get into any trouble. Even a small increase in the cost of any of the components of production, the company will get into loss. So sales to net profit ratio percentage is very important. Generally, I've seen the highest is in in pharma. When a good pharma company has got 25% margin, an average pharma company has got a 16% margin. So this is where I've seen the highest, but off late I'm seeing very high percentage, sales net profit percentage in insurance companies. So generally this is what is very important, then sales to net profit ratio, any industry which generates very high. If you take FMCG, they on our consumption, they whatever it is, they give around 13 to 14%. So these are the companies which do very well. Debt. I don't like this word debt. Tamil English and Pudika worry about the debt. Okay. So debt இருந்தா தான் உங்களுக்கு பிரச்சனை. Debt இல்லைன்னா because debt இருந்தா you have to pay interest. Okay, if the company is debt free, they don't need to pay interest. That much money they can give as distribute as dividend. Suppose company X is borrowing 100 crores and they are paying 15%. 15 crores they are paying as interest to the bank. If they don't have debt, that is saving for the company. So company has to be debt free. If you are a retail investor, you must only look at companies which are debt free. Okay. Thank you. Now this is part 1. I'll do this part 2 tomorrow. If you have any queries, please put it in the comments box. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell button, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.